Covington Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony. In 1984, the Covington Athletic Department initiated an athletic hall of fame to honor those individuals who have distinguished themselves in athletics and/or service. Covington currently has inducted 93 Hall of Fame members for their outstanding individual achievements in athletics and has inducted 37 honorary members for their dedicated service to Covington Athletics. Covington has also inducted 7 teams into the Hall of Fame. Those teams include the 1960 football team, the 1973 football team, the 1973 boys golf team, the 1979 football team, the 1981 boys basketball team, the 1995 volleyball team, and the 1947 football team. I would like to thank each one of the current Hall of Fame members, both present tonight and not, for their continued dedication to Covington Athletics and building the foundation for the rich athletic tradition that Covington is known for. At this time, we'd like to recognize those current Hall of Fame members and honorary members who are in attendance tonight. From the class of 1952, Ronald Rhoades. The class of 1960, Fred Davis. Class of 1967, Ted Peacock. Class of 1972, Denny Kane. Class of 1980, Dave Tobias. Class of 1983, Jenny McMacken-Burleson. Class of 1984, Kelly Dieter. Class of 1987, Brian Olson. Class of 1989, Jody Miller-Fitzpatrick. Class of 1990, Carolyn Deneke-Iddings. Class of 1990, Pam Sowers-Yingst. Class of 1992, Lynette Roth. Class of 1997, Becky Sinkwelby. Class of 2000, Libby McMacken-Long. Class of 2002, Burt Roth. Our honorary members, Ron Schultz, Tom Barbie, Lonnie King, and representing his dad, Timothy. Representing Scott Johnson, Andy Johnson. Ben Robinson. Scooby. Doug Foster. And Josh Hall. At this time, I'd like to recognize this year's inductees and welcome each of them to the Covington Athletic Hall of Fame. Our first inductee tonight is Darin Rhoades. Darin is a 2006 graduate of Covington High School. He is the son of Rick and Deanne Rhoades. During Darin's career at Covington, he was a 4-year medal winner in basketball. As a member of the Covington boys basketball team, Darin was coached by Hall of Fame coach Roger Kraft. Over his 4-year basketball career, Darin earned the Dan Kendrick Memorial 3-Point Shooters Award all 4 years. He was also named First Team All-Conference his junior and senior year, District 9 All-Star his junior and senior year, First Team All-District his senior year, and Special Mention All-State his senior year. Darin finished his basketball career 4th in Covington boys basketball career scoring with 1,125 points and is one of 7 boys basketball players who has reached the 1,000-point scoring milestone. After graduating from Covington, Darin attended Edison State Community College and earned an associate's Associates of Science degree in 2008. Darin currently resides in Covington and is a site manager at MPS Feed in St. Henry, Ohio. It is my honor to induct Darin Rhoades, a 2006 graduate, to the Covington Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Darin. Please come forward and high school principal Bridget Kerber will present you with your plaque.
First of all, I'm not the most outgoing in formal settings here, so you have to bear with me. I actually had to write my speech down, but I would like to recognize a few folks. Truly an honor to be in such great company here. Some of the best athletes to walk through the halls of Covington High School. All of those who came before and all those beside me today, congratulations. I'm feeling very grateful to say the least. It paved the way for those to come in the future, so thank you again for the opportunity to speak to you this evening. I have a tendency to believe that most of the successful athletes to ever suit up would agree when I say their accomplishments wouldn't have been possible without the unwavering support of those around them. Absolutely no exception for me. From my teammates, coaches, friends, and family, I was blessed with the best. Simply put, I wouldn't be standing here today without each and every one of you. There have been many teammates over the years I've had the pleasure of playing beside, so many that have played such a huge role in my development as an athlete, as well as the impact they have on me as a person. Unfortunately, there are too many to mention individually, no matter how much I would love to do so. However, I would like to take a moment to mention those who have been there since the beginning, many of which I have had the pleasure of calling some of my best friends to this day. The class of 06 will always hold such a special place in my heart. We played for each other. It was never about personal accomplishments, but rather the journey and the memories that we would eventually make along the way. Dustin Kimmel, Richard Cannon, Nick Meyer, Corey Sprankle, Michael Gilmore, Nick Christian, and Tyler Rhoades. I simply can't thank you enough for your drive and competitiveness, but most importantly, your support and friendship. It means more to me than you realize. You made it possible. The same can be said for all the coaches I had the pleasure of playing under over the years. Some I consider to be the best at what they do. True professionals on and off the court, setting the standard for leadership and team play that I was so grateful to experience. Coach Roger Kraft, Carl Rattleman, Josh Long, and Jim Tobias, your accountability and guidance was truly appreciated. You put us all in situations to be successful, and you wanted what was best for us as young men. What more could you ask of the coach? Thankful for all the moments that we shared. Basketball is an eventual stepping stone to success in life afterwards. So incredibly grateful for what the sport taught me over the years. The ups and downs, wins and losses. Those experiences will continue to happen no matter the chapter. Wouldn't change it for anything, and I'm so grateful for it. But the most enjoyable moments on the court for me were shared with my brother, Dustin Rhoades. He was the ultimate competitor, supporter, and teammate. For me, still is to this day. For those who know Dusty, I'm sure you would agree. Your loyalty and commitment is extremely rare. I just can't thank you enough for your encouragement. You've always been there for me, no matter the circumstance. Couldn't have done it without you. So grateful for the bond that we shared. There's never been a moment in my life when my parents weren't on the sidelines cheering on and supporting their boys. It was the case then, the exact same now, and will continue as we move forward. Rick and Darin Rhoades, I want to take a moment to thank you for your sacrifice and your guidance, your time and effort, love and support. To say that I'm deeply appreciative would be a complete understatement. I would never be able to fully express my gratitude for what you have done for this family. You made my journey possible from the start. I wouldn't be where I am today without your encouragement. I strive to be more like
second inductee tonight is Casey Yingst-Hernandez. Casey is a 2013 graduate of Covington High School. She is the daughter of Rocky and Pam Yingst. During Casey's career at Covington, she was a two-sport athlete earning a combined 8 varsity letters, 4 in cross-country and 4 in softball. As a member of the cross-country team, Casey was coached by Hall of Fame member Libby Long. Casey was a vital member on some of the best cross-country teams in school history. She earned individual all-conference honors all 4 years and helped her teams earn a conference championship for freshman, sophomore, and junior years. Her teams also advanced the regional cross-country meet by placing 4th or 5th place at districts all 4 years. Not only did Casey excel in the cross-country course in the fall, but she also excelled in the classroom and earned academic all-conference honors each of her 4 years. On softball fields where Casey made a larger impact on Covington athletics. Casey was a key player on the 2011, 2012, and 2013 state Final Four softball teams, and she is the only pitcher in school history to pitch in 3 state Final Four games. Throughout her high school career, Casey earned numerous individual honors for her performance on the softball field. Casey earned all-conference honors for sophomore and junior years and was named to the 2012 All-Ohio Underclassmen team in the Southwest District. During her senior year, Casey was named Conference Player of the Year, as well as earning all-conference honors. She was named to the 2013 Southwest District All-Star Team for Division IV and was Channel 7 Player of the Week during her senior season. After graduating from Covington, Casey chose to continue her softball career at the University of Northwestern Ohio. As a member of UNOH softball team, Casey was a 2014 All-Hoosier Wolverine Conference selection and was an NAIA Academic All-American in 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2017. While at UNOH, Casey majored in Business Administration and graduated in 2017. Casey currently resides in Riverview, Florida with her husband Christian and works as an insurance adjuster at USAA in Tampa, Florida. It is my honor to induct Casey Yingst-Hernandez, a 2013 graduate, to the Covington Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Casey. Please come forward and high school principal Bridget Kerber will present you with your plaque.
So, I'm sorry, I'm probably going to be giving the same speech that you've heard from many inductees here, but as you all know, I would not be standing here today if this was a solo effort. I was very lucky to have a large support system, but I'll try to make this speech as quick as possible. I first want to thank my many teammates. I've had the privilege to play with a lot of very talented ball players throughout my years. They pushed me to be the very best version of myself, both on and off the field, and taught me how to compete at the very highest level I could. I want to thank my cross-country coach,
Benjamin Miller. Ben is a 2015 graduate of Covington High School. He is the son of Jared and Krista Miller. During Ben's career at Covington, he was a four-sport athlete, earning a combined 11 varsity letters, 1 in football, 2 in cross country, 4 in wrestling, and 4 in track. During Ben's high school track career, he was a member of teams that were conference champions 3 times and were district champions twice. Ben was also named team MVP twice in his career. Ben's individual track success led him to competing at the state track meet in 2014 and 2015. In 2014, Ben placed 7th in the 110-meter hurdles with a time of 15.13 and 8th in the 300-meter hurdles with a time of 40.41. He also qualified for the state meet as a member of the 4x1 relay. In 2015, Ben placed 7th as a member of the 4x1 relay with Ethan Heron, Shane Straw, and Brandon McGee. He also competed in the 300-meter hurdles. Ben's athletic success in wrestling was just as impressive as his track success. Ben ended his high school career with 171 wins and 110 pins. He was a 2-time individual sectional champion in 2012 and 2015, and was a member of the sectional championship teams in 2013 and 2014. Ben was a state placer in wrestling in 2014, placing 6th in the 170-pound weight class, and in 2015 by placing 6th in the 182-pound weight class. Ben stamped his name all over the Covington wrestling record books throughout his career. He is first in pins in the season with 36 in 2015. He's second in most career pins with 110. Third in most single season points with 289 in 2015. Tied for third in most wins in the season with 52 in 2015. Tied for 5th fastest pin, which was 10 seconds. 6th in most career points with 929. 8th in most career wins with 171. And 10th in best career winning percentage with a 171-38 record for 81.8%. After graduating from Covington, Ben attended The Ohio State University, where he earned his Bachelor of Science in Finance. Ben currently resides in Nashville, Tennessee with his wife Chandler, and is employed at Comprehensive Reimbursement as a healthcare consultant. It is my honor to induct Benjamin Miller, a 2015 graduate, to the Covington Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Ben. Please come forward and High School Principal Bridget Gerber will present you with your plaque.
So many people out there, I get to
1986 wrestling team was coached by Hall of Fame coaches Tom Barbee and Jack Schwamberger, and as a team, they had one of the most successful seasons in school history. At the district wrestling meet, the team finished first out of 16 teams to bring home the team championship. The Bucks also had 3 individual district champions: Mike Hagan in the 155-pound weight class, Scott Taylor in the 175-pound weight class, and Brian Olson in the 185-pound weight class. The team moved on to the regional meet, where they once again brought home a championship, finishing first out of 28 teams. The Bucks had 2 individual regional champions, Scott Taylor and Brian Olson. From the regional meet, Covington wrestling program had 4 wrestlers that moved on to represent Covington at the state meet: Mike Hagan in the 155-pound weight class, Scott Taylor in the 175-pound weight class, Brian Olson in the 185-pound weight class, and Keith Musgraves in the 98-pound weight class. The Covington wrestling program had 3 more members of the 1986 wrestling team compete at the state wrestling meet in other seasons: Rodney Kimmel in 1985, Chris Nutter in 1987, and Randy Sowers in 1989. It is my honor to induct the 1986 wrestling team into the Covington Athletic Hall of Fame. The coaches and members of the team include, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced names, Coach Tom Barbee, Coach Jack Schwamberger, Scott Taylor, Brian Olson, Mike Hagan, Keith Musgrave, Rodney Kimmel, Ray Kimmel, Rob Ansbaum, Ernie Elliott, Corey Smith, Steve Hogue, Randy Sowers, L.G. Henry, Doug Hartman, Tim Fitzpatrick, David White, Tony Keith, Bonchilla, Gary Kessler, Karsten Mueller, Art Sowers, Tony Innings, Chris Colbert, Lee Antis, and Chris Nutter. Any member of the 1986 wrestling team or any family members present representing a team member may come forward and the Covington administration will present you with your plaques. In closing, I would like to once again congratulate Darin, Casey, Ben and the 1986 wrestling team on their inductions to the Covington Athletic Hall of Fame and thank them for their dedication to Covington athletics. You have helped pave the way for our student athletes competing today, and Covington is grateful for each of you. Thank you for attending this year's Hall of Fame ceremony. Congratulations again, and thank you.